stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leave him raised like Simba, or cracked like the Beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
Sleeping Beauty, or as my daughter used to call her, Sleeping Duty. I know nothing about this. Prince kisses a sleeping girl and she wears pink. She's the pink one. This is honestly all I know about this classic, but that changes now. Okay, it's an old-timey Disney movie because the credits are first. There's a storybook opening. The king and queen had a daughter, and wait, her name isn't Sleeping Beauty? What? Aurora was born and named after the dawn because she fills their lives with sunshine. They throw her a parade. It kind of looks like Whoville. We meet little Prince Philip, who will one day marry Aurora. They talk about kingdoms and be thrown, and I'm getting a kind of Game of Thrones vibe. The 3 fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather come. I wish the last one was Mayweather. That would have been a nice twist. My favorite Floyd Mayweather quote is, "You gotta have a villain, and they'll always make me the villain. I'm used to it. It makes me work harder, and it makes me fight harder." Keep that in mind as we progress. The fairies each bring a single gift. Quote, "No more and no less." All right, pause. Can you even give half a gift? Either you give something or you don't. That's like digging half a hole. Damn it, Fauna, you always upstage us by gifting 1 5/8. All right, she gets the gift of beauty and the gift of song. The animation style is okay, not getting super nostalgic for it or anything, but before the 3rd gift is gifted, the door kicks open and Maleficent arrives. Hot damn, this is Maleficent. I know nothing about Maleficent except she's a favorite with high-end cosplay girls. She's kind of awesome. She wants to bestow a gift on the child as well. She will indeed grow in grace and beauty. Whew! But, oh no, I should have seen this coming. Before the sun sets on her 16th birthday, she will prick her finger on a sewing spinning wheel needle and die. Harsh. Mayweather can't stop the curse, but she can alter it. Instead of die, Aurora will just sleep until she's awoken by a kiss. Alright, why don't they just... Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, the king is burning all the spinning wheels in the land. Their magic can only do good, that's why they can't stop this, but they come up with a secret plan. Wait, it's not a secret. They turn her into a flower. No, they changed their minds. Their new plan is to pretend they are 3 mortal women, kidnap Aurora, and raise her as their own in the forest. I guess there's no other way. No, okay, it's not a secret. They tell the king and queen, and the king and queen go along with the plan. I guess I'll see you in 16 years, kid. And alright, not the worst plan in the world. Maleficent lives in a giant, evil-looking mansion. Imagine the look on her real estate agent's face after showing Maleficent hundreds of regular homes. Then this one comes on the market. It's perfect! She has an army of bumblers that can't find the child in 16 years. She gleefully electrocutes them, and that's dark. She sends her evil crow to circle the land and look for a beautiful 16-year-old girl. Alright, it's her 16th birthday, and they are throwing her a birthday party. What are you doing? Today is the day, fairies. Wrap her in bubble wrap and lock her in the basement until tomorrow. You spent 16 diligent years leading up to today. Today, what is going on? They want to make a cake without using magic, and they sew her a dress without using magic. Let that sink in. They have brought out sewing needles on her 16th birthday, on today. I'm all for suspending disbelief, but come on. Couldn't Maleficent have made it rain spinning wheels across the land today instead? That would have been more believable. Sewing a dress on her 16th birthday is next level Disney bumbling. Aurora is singing and picking berries, and a bluebird sings along with her. Aurora is very operatic. The bluebird wakes up a red bird, which wakes up a squirrel, which wakes up an owl, and this is your typical old-timey Disney stalling and letting the animator shine, which is fine. We meet the prince in red. Prince Creepy Sleeping Girl Kisser? No, wait, Prince Philip. He wants to see where the singing is coming from, but he falls into a pond and scolds his horse. Also, poor Prince Philip. How come no one talks about this guy's plight? Dude is supposed to be marrying a princess today, but she's been missing for 16 years. You think that's easy on him? She claims if you dream a dream twice, it's sure to come true. That is terrifying. Oh my God. When I was little, I used to have this reoccurring nightmare where my mom would charge into my room and she didn't have a head. There wasn't blood or anything. She would just suddenly burst through my door into my room while I was sleeping and she didn't have a head. So I guess that's going to come true. So will that be tonight? Tomorrow? A year from now? Guess I'll wait and find out, Aurora. All right, back to reality. She has dressed the owl as a boy and is dancing with the owl like he's a real boy. The prince pulls the owl away and steps in and begins dancing with her instead of the owl and Jack, and it takes poor Aurora a second to get caught up with the sudden change of events. Prince tells her she's not a stranger because they've met before in a dream. Love the 60s pickup line. That's like the dated, didn't we go to different schools together? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Aurora, guy's feeding you a line. He asks her name and she just wigs out and runs away. When will I see you again? Never! Ouch, bro. Okay, the fairies use magic and bring mops and buckets to life to help out with the cleaning. What's with the dancing broomsticks, Walt? This is a thing. Fairies have a color-changing war, and they're constantly changing the color of her dress, and it's crazy to think her iconic pink dress was almost blue. That's like Belle's yellow dress being red or purple or something, just weird. The crow sees all this flying color and finds them. We move on. There's a happy king, Philip's dad, and a paranoid king, Aurora's dad, and a minstrel who keeps stealing all the alcohol because he has a problem, but it's played off for laughs. Philip shows up and his dad is like, change for your wedding, you get to meet your bride tonight. Philip says, I already met her in a dream, la-di-da-da, and stumbles off. I don't know why, but that really made me laugh. He seems like such a simpleton. Back at the wood shack, not to be confused with a love shack, and that was funny in my head. The jig is up. Aurora knows they're fairies, and she's actually a princess, and they magic her a crown. Maleficent turns into a green orb like in the Heavy Metal movie. Aurora follows the green orb into a secret staircase. Everyone is going through creepy corridors, and the animation is amazing. Seriously, there is nothing better than the way these old-timey animators make cellars and castles look. Nothing in today's market can come close to capturing the grainy creepiness of this. Aurora follows the floating orb with the three fairies in hot pursuit. At the top of the staircase is a lone needle on a lone spindle, and she touches it and drops asleep. Maleficent cackles, and what's the end game for her again? Why does she want Aurora to die or sleep? I'm not sure of her motivations. Is she next in line to marry the prince? Maybe Mayweather is just right and you always need a villain. All right, the three fairies tuck her into bed, and I guess that's that. Again, the animation of the dark blue sky and the stone castle is just everything. This castle is like Castle Grayskull amazing. It's incredible. Love it. The fairies knock out all the castle guards because, I guess, they drop sleeping gas on everyone in the entire kingdom. The drunk wakes up and they put him back to sleep. The red fairy overhears Philip's king dad talking in his sleep about Philip meeting a peasant girl in his dream, and ding, 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 they figure out what's happening and who everyone is. Still not sure why they knocked everyone out. Philip arrives at the cottage whistling like an imbecile. He knocks, enters, and gets ambushed by Maleficent's bumbling army and her crow. This is terrifying. The fairies return and find Prince Philip's hat on the floor. They immediately conclude he's taken to the Forbidden Mountain. They mustn't. Oh, but they must. Forbidden Mountain is incredible. Art is everything. The background animators are doing a better job than the character designers in this one. There's a shot of a rusty chain from the perspective of the fairies, and it's so good. Same thing with a wide shot with the gargoyles. Man, I'm loving the second half of this movie. Dear Lord, the minions are dancing around a green flame. This is disturbing and amazing. So dark. Maleficent sits bored on her throne, and I get it, pretty cosplay girls. I get it. Maleficent is fantastic. I want to be her for Halloween. She saunters down the staircase and unlocks the dungeon, and Prince Philip is chained to the wall. She asks him why he's so melancholy, and he sits in his infinite sadness as Aurora dreams? Billy Corgan, a huge fan of this movie. Who knew? Prince Eric just sits there and gets berated by her. He finally has had enough, and he stands up to fight her, but his wrists are chained to the wall, and he looks like a pathetic T-Rex. Maleficent says, for the first time in 16 years, she will sleep well. That was a nice line. The fairies come and magic open Prince Philip's shackles and magic open the door, and they hand him a magical sword and shield, and he asks no questions, assuming he's probably in some sort of ancient episode of Punk'd. Punk'd? Am I dating myself? Is Punk'd still a thing? Ashton Kutcher? Anyways, Prince Philip exits the room, the crow knocks him out, Maleficent's army of bumblers attack, and Philip just slaughters them with his magic sword, just sends them flying. The fairies help him escape as the minions try to dump scalding oil at him and shoot arrows at him. Maleficent is on top of the creepy castle, magicking magic at him. This is so good. I'm legit freaking out at how awesome this got. She closes the forest trail, covering the path with sharp weeds. He cuts them away with his magic sword. The fairy turns the crow into a gargoyle. Mally teleports in front of him and turns into a dragon. This is so good. This is one of those scenes that you show the most jaded Disney haters. The dragon is awesome and Prince has his back to the ledge. Don't worry, he's got his shield. The dragon knocks his shield away. Scratch that, he still has a sword. He Hail Marys it and throws his sword, and with a magical assist, the sword stabs the dragon right in the chest. She falls off the cliff. Long live the king. Everyone wakes up and Prince Philip saunters in the castle and kisses Aurora, waking her up. Yeah, saying that out loud sounds all sorts of wrong, but watching it in 1960s old-timey animation movie form, I don't know. Watch it. I mean, I know kissing a sleeping woman is every shade of wrong, but in Sleeping Beauty, it's kind of the climax. And yeah, it's dated, and it seems dated, it is dated, but the fairy tale goes back so much further than Disney, and you know, I'm just going to shut up. This scene does not age well, but she is sleeping, and he kisses her, and she wakes up, and it seems almost like a touching moment if you ignore the implications. Let's move on. The king figures out that she was her, and he was him, and they dance, and the fairies try to change her dress back to blue again. Someone told me they used the same animated dance movements years later in Beauty and the Beast, and that's kind of cool if it's true. The dance freezes, and they become a page in the storybook, and the book closes, fade to black. You know what? That movie was awesome. You can see some of the blueprints they would later use in their 90s movies in their sequencing. Seriously. If nothing else, watch the final 20 minutes of this movie. Some of Disney's best. Seriously, I get it. I repeat, don't kiss sleeping women under any circumstances. But I get why this movie is such a pillar of the Disney franchise.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.